What is going on, guys and girls? In today's video, I'll be going over an updated and new workflow which allows you to create SEO optimized articles using Claude AI and NeuronWriter. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you need to do is enter your query or the keyword in which you're going after on NeuronWriter. So let's say, for example, we're going after the email, how to start an email newsletter. So this is going to be the keyword in which we'll load up into NeuronWriter. And just before we continue with the video, if you're unfamiliar with what NeuronWriter is, this is a content optimization tool. Essentially, it'll give you keywords and recommendations that you need to follow to rank for any specific keyword. If you want to try it out for yourselves, I'll leave a link for the lifetime deal for NeuronWriter. It is a really awesome software, and it's also very affordable. So once you enter your keyword into NeuronWriter, you'll be able to see a SERP overview. So this is going to be the websites that are ranking for that specific keyword, and we can also see the content optimization score and the length of words for those specific websites. So essentially, here is where you'll assess your competitors, and you'll be able to select and deselect any competitors in which you wouldn't want recommendations from. So for example, if there's Amazon or if there's Walmart or any brick and mortar businesses within the SERP overview, you'd want to deselect those websites and only select competitors that are closely related to your own website. So once you've selected and deselected your competitors, then you want to go ahead and click next, and this is going to be your content editor. On the left hand side, this is where you'd paste in your content and you'd add in your title and your meta description within these sections here. On the right hand side, this will be your keywords, and this is where you'll be able to copy over those keywords and include it into Claude. And below your terms and articles are also going to be your terms and headers. So essentially, these are going to be the terms that need to be included within your H1 and H2 tags. Below your terms will be your outline. So this is where you'll be able to compose your outline based upon your competitors. And this is the first tab in which we'll be using. So instead of compiling our outline using Claude, we're going to first get some recommendations based upon our top competitors. So if we scroll down here, we'll be able to see the H1. We'll also be able to see some H2s that are popular for this specific key term, and we can also see some H3s. So the idea here is that you want to go and search through the H1, H2s for the top ranked competitors, and you want to select whichever ones you think are going to be the most relevant for this specific article. So we're just going to go ahead and keep on clicking some of these H1s and H2s for the top ranked competitors, and you want to select whichever ones you think are going to be the most relevant for this specific article. It's going to be separated by the top ranked blog post. As you can see, that was the first article that's ranking. This is the second article that's ranking. So you can just go through these and see whichever H1s or H2s you want to add into your specific outline. So once you're happy with the outline in which you got from NeuronWriter, what I recommend copying this over, and then we're going to head over to Claude. The first thing that we'll do is we're going to get Claude to generate its own outline for this specific article, and this is going to be the same SEO prompt that I used to get outlines. If you want to use this prompt for yourselves, you can find it in the description below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Claude generate its own outline, and then I'm going to combine it with the outlines that we got from NeuronWriter. So once the outline has been generated from Claude, then you want to prompt it to combine the outline above with these new headings that we got from NeuronWriter to create one comprehensive SEO outline. So again, we're going to just paste in the outlines that we got back from NeuronWriter and have Claude combine those two outlines. So here's the new outline in which we get back. And as you can see, it's pretty comprehensive. It is very in-depth, and I'm very happy with this outline. So now that we have the outline, it's time to generate the full article. And before we generate the full article, we're going to be copying over the terms in the article. So if we scroll down here, we'll be able to copy all of the terms, and we can copy it with the suggested use. So we can copy over how many times we need to include these keywords within our article. And we're going to head back over to Claude, and I'm going to paste this in here. As you can see, it will be able to tell the AI how many times it needs to include those keywords. We're also going to copy over the terms in headers. So again, we're going to copy it over with the suggested uses, and we're going to paste this into Claude. Next, I'm going to prompt the AI to write the full article, and we'll be using the same prompt that I usually use, but I've also told it to include these keywords below naturally throughout the article and follow the suggested times that you should include it within the article. Okay, so this is the full article that we got back from Claude. As you can see, it is pretty long. The first piece of article that we got back wasn't that long. This was about, I think, maybe a little bit over 1,000 words. And I simply just told Claude to expand this article so that it is about 2,000 words, because longer the content is usually better, especially when it's a more general topic like this one. So that was a little bit over 1,000 words, and I believe this is a lot more. Let's quickly convert this over to Markdown just to make sure everything is looking good. And let's see how long this piece of content is. So this article is about 2,400 words, which is pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to copy this over, and we're going to head back over to NeuronWriter. I'm going to remove all of the headings which we had. Okay, so it's back to 0. Now we're going to paste in the content that we got back from Claude. And let's see what is our content score. Okay, so we haven't done any further optimization, and we have a content score of 37, which is not bad by any means. And now we're going to generate our title and meta description. I've simply asked Claude to write a SEO optimized title and meta description. We're going to copy over the title, and then we're going to copy over our description here. Okay, then we're going to save and close. And as you can see, we have a score of 59. So this is pretty decent, I would say. When we look at the terms in article, we can see that Claude did follow the instructions for some of the terms, but it really didn't follow the instructions for some of the other terms. And that's what you're going to get when you're using AI. It doesn't always follow the instructions in which you have. Sometimes it will do a good job, and sometimes it's not the greatest. Even if we look at the terms in header, it really hasn't included those terms in header as well. So what we can do is, if we quickly want to get a boost within our content score, we can include some of these terms within our H1. For example, I've added an email newsletter into our H1, and as you can see, we're all the way up to a 64. By adding some of the recommended H1 and H2s, we are able to go up to a 70. So if we continue adding in these H1s and these H2s that the AI missed, and the terms in article that the AI missed, we should be able to get an 80 plus score on this article. Well, that's my updated workflow to use Claude and NeuronWriter to write SEO optimized content. It's very simple. Just enter your keyword into Claude and then build your outline using the outline feature. Once you have your outline, then you want to create your own outline using Claude and combine the outline from Claude with the outline from NeuronWriter. And then you want to copy all over the terms and then prompt the AI to include those terms when writing the full article. And once you have the full article, then you always have to do a little bit of a manual touch, but you'll be confident that your content is SEO optimized. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you learned something new. If you did, let it be known by giving us a big thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, stay well.